everybody. We're live on Main Street in Trinidad, Colorado with Trigger TV. Bobby, we got a special guest here tonight.
We got Kim Schultz, which is just not just a special guest. She's done so much for us that it's really a lot of the thanks got to go to Kim. So, Kim, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do here?
Well, first of all, welcome, or thank you for welcoming me here today. I'm really happy to be here. I've been running with this team. This is our second year, and I'm currently the business director. Handle most of the promotions and every detail with the team, along with our team of volunteers and boosters and staff. And we just have an amazing group of people surrounding us in this team. And the host families are just tremendous.
And we do. And you know, Kim, I've known you for 15 years. We've known each other in Pueblo when you worked at the Chamber of Commerce there. You moved down here and took over the Chamber of Commerce to help Trinidad with economic development. And when this town lost a lot of credits and companies were moving out, you stayed and you brought a economic machine here. I want to know how you got the Trinidad Triggers from the Pecos League to Trinidad, because it was amazing, because you shopped it at other towns. The Pecos League was looking to go to other towns, and you talked them into coming to Trinidad, Colorado. How did you do that?
Well, Bill, thank you. And we have known each other for a long time, and we've seen a lot of good times and a lot of bad times in this economy. When Andrew Dunn, the commissioner of the Pecos League, graced my path, I really, quite frankly, Bill, I did everything I could to avoid him.
Right.
Because first the premise was he showed up and wanted to have an exhibition game with a team, with two different teams in Trinidad, and then piggyback it in Pueblo and try to expand the market.
Right.
He wanted to get into the Pueblo market really bad, and he had initially looked at Runyon Field and everything that was going on there. Well, Pueblo, I called my friends in Pueblo. I called Rod at the chamber, started filling everyone out because Andrew had asked me for help, and I didn't have $2,500 to throw on the table for him that day to bring a baseball game to Trinidad.
Right.
So I ultimately did everything I could to get him positioned in the region at that time. And Pueblo didn't come together. Then he started talking to Pueblo West, and Pueblo West didn't come together at the time. So he went full circle and rolled back into Trinidad, and we had the infrastructure to support a team. We had a beautiful grandstand, a beautiful park, a long history of baseball in this area. From what I understand, there was a baseball game going on when the Ludlow Massacre occurred.
Is that right?
Yeah, every coal town had a team. So it's entrenched in this community. And I also found that baseball is one thing, and athletics really, but baseball, it appeals to all age groups.
Right.
Definitely.
I don't care if you're a child or an elderly person, you're more than likely you're going to love baseball and you're going to have a baseball story. So Andrew and I had some discussions, and I remember looking at him and saying, Andrew, if I can get buy-in from the city of Trinidad, then we can do it. But if I can't, it's not going to happen.
Exactly. And, that may be part of my Bill's beef earlier is the city and stuff. But how did you get the city to buy in?
Well, at the time, we had a very proactive, forward-thinking city manager in place who was from back east. And, on the East Coast, baseball's huge.
Yeah.
And the West Coast, too. We're kind of in the middle there. But, they have these leagues. They have these professional clubs. And so he saw the value immediately.
Right.
And so then we were on and started negotiating all of it. And when it all was said and done, the season began, and the chamber had raised all of the funds to sustain the team. Really got very active in that business plan and the promotion of it, because really, you're right, Bill, I was grasping for things for the community that were family friendly, affordable, and really fit our area. And so we put it out there, and I'll tell you, the learning curve was tremendous.
Oh, I bet.
It was tremendous.
Well, the organizational voluntold, as your husband Robert says so freely, the amount of people, the infrastructure. We used to do the Chili Festival up in Pueblo, and the amount of volunteers that have to go through that is immense. But the organizational volunteers that you have put together, Bobby and Lisa and all these people, Emily, that all do that work is amazing. How do you get your people to buy in? You got the city, the council, and you got the community to buy into a idea of the lowest level of baseball you can possibly get is the independent professional baseball team. And these kids bring a lot of economic benefit to Trinidad. Probably $500,000 between May and July will be spent in our community.
Probably.
Well, this year's a little different. We have some bigger projects in conjunction with this baseball team. But let me just step back here, Bill. I mean, first of all, the community was first and foremost. They were the fans. They bought it. They wanted it.
Right.
We had some political issues occurring in the community at the time. The city manager that I was discussing was fired. And so all that support kind of went to the wayside. And we had interim city manager here and an interim college president. And there was some communication gaps. Well, essentially what happened was after our first season, the league pulled the team out of Trinidad.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Andrew was done. He moved it to Raton.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got that call, it was about an hour conversation of, you will not pull this team out of this town without giving him first right of refusal. And I begged him to stay.
Right.
And
Which was the best thing you could have done.
Well, I really felt after everything that everybody had put into this, host families, concessions, the chamber, myself, everybody involved, the fans, the community, the children, the elders, it was too important to just let it go to the wayside after
another
1
bad
year.
story. Another bad story in Trinidad would not have been good.
It would not have.
And this is a great story, though. Go ahead, Bob.
I have a question, and this is really what I don't think the people, in the community realize, and I can't stress it enough, how important host families are. And my question, I guess, to you would be, you really know the host families well because you line them up. How are the host families doing with the players?
Oh my gosh, Bob, it's just tremendous. I find these families embracing these men and vice versa. Sully was in town. He was running the kids all over for Dina yesterday, for instance.
Which is awesome.
Rob and Kathy Howell. They went from 2 boys to 3 boys. I mean, everybody took on an extra player, and so a lot of those homes have 3 guys.
And the Couriers have been.
And the Couriers, and I mean, the list goes on. Brandy from hometown, and I'm sure I'm missing some people. Warren McDonald lent us a home in Cokedale.
I was talking to Brandy at hometown, and it was funny because she said to me when I walked in, she goes, "Aren't you the guy that does the announcing at the game?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "I'm hosting 3 players." And I looked at her and I said, "Do you love baseball?" Thinking you're hosting 3 players. And she said, "I really don't know about baseball," but she says now that she has them there, she loves baseball. I see her at the games. Sure. I see her at the games, and she told me one guy sleeps on an air mattress in our living room, that she goes out of her way that far. And I just think that is such an outstanding thing for this community to get involved in. And I just know that you've worked real hard. We all worked hard.
Everyone has worked hard.
But to have them back for a second year has just been, I think, a grace of God, because Trinidad doesn't have anything. We stress that all the time. We talk about how, Trinidad really has nothing going on, but it's things like this, and like Kim said earlier, it's a family event. It's something for all ages, and so I think it's just so great that the community has really came out this much to support us.
Yeah, and speaking of that, we are live, so if you want to call, you can call 719-846-2282, and if you got a question for the Director of Baseball Operations for the Trinidad Triggers, Ms. Kim Schultz, please give us a call. Kim, you've put together a lot of sponsors. Fundraising is one thing. Getting sponsors to sponsor something is a whole different ballgame.
It's true.
Tell us about the top sponsor we got.
Oh, wow. Well, our top sponsor is Phil Long Toyota.
Dynamite people.
Oh, my gosh. Lisa Camarillo and Joe, her husband, and all her staff have been just absolutely tremendous for this team. They
Pure support.
Truly supportive. They've gone so far as to open up an entire section of their top floor of their dealership so that the boys can have an office and management can have somewhere to work and an address. And because, they're here, we've got 10 weeks to make it happen.
Right.
Sure.
Literally.
Exactly.
So if we come in and we get the support from the businesses, I could go on and on. Everything, the city, the college, our top sponsor, our wellness program. That's the other biggest thing that I learned is that these guys have such a heavy schedule. We've got to keep them healthy.
Sure.
So we've had, Dr. Dalton step up to the plate. We've had
really has.
Yu Hacinda step up to the plate, Dr. Kuniko, Dr. Clark, and Dr. Bonfadini, so that we cover everything from, simple, regular medical doctor to chiropractic to physical therapy to spiritual and behavioral too.
And also, I just want to bring this up as far as, you mentioned it, but people donate a gym. They allow the players to go. There's people that give them haircuts. It's just a community event that what people do is they really, really are coming out of the woodworks and helping this team. And we need, more than anything, is the community support and to go down there and show that all this hard work is for nothing, that we're doing it for a reason, and we need the community support to go down to the games.
Exactly. We got Santa Fe Trail Days, which is happening today, but we've got a 2-for-1 special. Buy one, get one free tonight at 6:05.
Actually, I think we're going to run that all the way through Father's Day.
We're going to run that for the next couple seasons.
Great.
We want the folks to come out to the ball game. We don't want money to be, a big factor. We need the support in the stands. The more people, and I'll tell you, it's been steady.
Sure.
We've had a great fan base. You're seeing the same people every night.
And they got great baseball product. This is a good product.
Yes.
If they cut down on the errors, but this is a good team. They play good baseball, and they're great kids.
They do.
And we've got you to thank for it. And now what I want to do is bring in, I was trying to lead to that, we have Lisa Camarillo here from Phil on Ford. Lisa, come in. I'm going to have you sit here, and I will just sit here. This is Lisa Camarillo. Nice for you to come in on Trigger TV. Have a seat.
It's actually Phil on Toyota.
Toyota. I always call it the Ford place. That's the other place across the border. We won't even go there. But Phil on Toyota, exactly. You're the general manager. Tell us about why you want to support the Triggers.
Well, you know what? I want to start out by just saying thank you for letting me be a part of this.
You're more than welcome.
Toyota, as a manufacturer, is really the reason why. And I'll tell you right now, their grassroots program and their ability to donate to a community is huge. And what a lot of people don't realize is how big these manufacturers really can go. I mean, it's not me. I just get to be the proud one that gets to represent it. I mean, really, that's what it is. I can just sit there and say that. I'm not actually the one physically writing the check.
Sure.
Toyota is.
Sure.
And that's what's really cool. They've taken it on. They've I don't think they've denied anything from this trigger operation.
They haven't.
No.
And this is their second year at the same level of support. So.
And in addition, you know what we do is they go in there and Toyota kind of acts as this back guy that doesn't, they allow me to be the front guy. That's what's really neat.
Which is credible for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really neat. But they do that, and they've done that, and they get involved with Mount Carmel and the wellness program. They get involved in so many things that the community doesn't realize how much Toyota, the manufacturer, really contributes to this little town. And that's neat.
Well, and what I think is amazing is you guys are really busy as it is just being a car dealership, correct?
Yeah.
And the time and effort that you guys do and donate office space and the things you do for us as a team in the community, I think is just phenomenal. It's just really phenomenal. You also provide office space for the team, correct?
We provide the office space for them. We allow all the team members to be able to have a place where their mail will come and it's safe, it's secure. If they have a package drop, we do have 24-hour package drop. It's safe and secure, so it's not just going randomly to an apartment complex or anything like that. We help them with their van and their bus and anything they need when they need service, when they need to, if the vehicle that we have them in has a problem, we put them in another vehicle so that way they have no downtime.
So in other words, what you guys pretty much do is make sure that the team just focuses on baseball and none of the other headaches that go along with it. That you guys really take a lot of that on your shoulders,
exactly.
Correct?
I think it's really nice that the people from the whole trigger group, they're always like, oh wow, we can't believe how much you're doing, and I'm like, this is what I do. I do this every day. I do the car business thing every day.
And if we could get the baseballs, up from her tongue, that would be great.
They're here.
Yeah. You don't think she's going to take care of it in a day?
Lisa, tell us some of the specials that you have at Phil Long Toyota.
Well, on new Toyotas, Toyota has put out just about 0% on just about every new Toyota line. I think there's only 2 cars that don't have 0, but they have 1.9. Interest rates, as you well know, they're so low right now anyway.
So it's a time to buy.
It is. It really is a buyer's market. Not only that, I don't just stock pre-owned vehicles. I stock new pre-owned vehicle. So I stocked that 2012, that 2013. That is a pre-owned vehicle as well. And we warranty them, we certify them, we take care of that.
And you got a
We're
great
really
service
trying to do that.
department. And you got a great service department. And, customer service is number one.
Well, thank you for that,
really
because
is.
we've revamped that whole service department. We're building what we call a bench back there, so that way we can really serve this community even more.
Right.
And that's really what it's about. I talked to a lady today she says, well, can you service my vans that do this? And can you service this type of... And I said, you know what, get me a group of what you need. I'll pay to certify somebody to service it.
Right.
There you go.
Because
Sure.
we want to be
To
the
make
dealership
everyone
in
happy.
the community.
It's called being a deal doer instead of a
Deal maker.
order taker. Is that what it is right there? Deal doer. So, Lisa, and I know Phil Long Toyota is very happy to have you here as general manager, but you do have a nightlife. And after hours, you have started as a small business owner on your own.
Yes.
I do.
So, and I know Kim's been through it, and she's already yelled
And
at
I'm
me.
dying to
that
hear about it.
I have to
Let me tell you,
go.
it's
So
hot.
what is?
It's
So it's a hot business. Tell us the name of the business and tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, it's Hot Yoga on Main. It's on 502 West Main, and it is hot.
It's
okay?
hot.
It's not just yoga. So it's yoga. You're doing yoga at about 100 degrees.
Wow.
We do offer a warm and gentle about 85 degrees, and then we offer a hot yoga. And it varies between 100 and 104 degrees, about a 33 to 40% humidity factor. And you're sweating. You're
Well,
sweating.
and-
You're sweating your butt off.
You'll sweat like you've never
But
sweated
and
before.
also, you're not,
Anyway,
you're not just doing it. You're not
Wonderful.
just doing it for the heat, for like to sweat to lose weight, but it also doesn't it clean out your pores and flush your body
you're
and
doing
detox.
a full detox. You know what? It really helps alleviate pain. When you're doing it in a warm room, you're warming up your muscles, so you're not straining. Unlike other types of exercise where you'll be sore the next day or so, you won't generally be that sore because you've warmed up your muscles literally with the heat.
Okay, now when are your classes?
Right now, we have classes. We have classes during the week. We have a 9:30 in the morning, a 5:30 in the evening, and a 7:30 in the evening, and that runs Monday through Thursday. We are working on our Friday and Saturday class, and then on Sundays we have the same schedule, except we also have a children's class called Yoginos, which is really to help that younger kid just get flexible and fun and learn about their bodies. That is not done. That's done in a warm room,
Right.
but not a hot room. And that's on Wednesdays at 2, and it's also on Sundays at 2.
And
And
how
then
do-
I'm in the middle of hiring another gal so that I
really?
can kick it up to having, I'm kicking it up to add 8 more classes because I really want to this community to really feel what it is that I feel when I go to hot yoga. And I'm not an exercise person. I'm not. But I got to tell you,
It really works.
I feel and find more of a difference in hot yoga. You burn up to 1,200 calories in a hot yoga class. One session of hot yoga, they say, is equivalent to 10 of regular.
Wow.
And then there's the spiritual side, the calming.
Sure.
That's a good thing.
How do they get a hold of you down at the hot yoga place?
Well, you know what? The best way to reach us at hot yoga is hotyoga.com.
There you go.
Hotyogaonmain.com. Sorry, hotyogaonmain.com. We have a full schedule. We have a pricing. We have all the questions answered. We have our phone number.
Good deal.
I have certified teachers.
HotYogaOnMain.com.
We take it very seriously.
Now, do you ever think kind of
yeah.
like your first time you go, is it a free thing to try it?
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very
the first time you
good.
do go to hot yoga, it is free, and we offer several different variations of packages. We also, Phil Long Toyota employees, Phil Long Ford employees, and Mount Carmel employees all get a $10 additional off.
Right on.
So any company that wants to contact us and negotiate something for their
You're willing to
employees,
make a deal with them.
Absolutely.
Great.
You know, we didn't
Sure.
start Hot Yoga on Main to become a millionaire. I'm just telling you that right now.
Sure.
We
For
started
the
hot-
good of the community.
We did. We started hot yoga. Selfishly, we started it because I'm in the car business, and I got here and I was like, "There's no hot yoga." And I was going to lose my
Well,
mind.
now there is.
and so I was like, you know what? I got to build this, and I think I did it inside of a month or something,
Right.
a month and a half. It was crazy, but we put it together, and we're partnering up so that way the programs that Mount Carmel is trying to do.
You guys are joining up with them?
We want to be
Oh,
able
absolutely.
to allow them to have a facility to do that.
Sure.
Plus, I'm all about service work. Serve the community, serve the community. So we want to help contribute towards the teaching of that because we want it not just done, we don't want just yoga done out there. We want it done well.
Sure.
And that's a really good thing.
Well, I can
And
see
that's
with you
helpful
guys, you
for
guys
us.
strive to do the best at what you guys do. And I want to make this a good point. Make sure if you guys are out looking for a car, go up to Phil Long Toyota. They got great rates. It's awesome. They're supporting the community and hot yoga. Hot
And
yoga.
We're a partner with Power Credit Union.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
See, I didn't even know
we're
that.
a partner, and I got to tell you about
So you
that.
got to deal with this guy all the time.
I do. I got to tell
Oh,
you
God.
about that because one of the things that we do is, we've started advertising. If we can't get you done, then nobody can, because not only do we have large networks, because we're part of Phil Long organization.
Sure.
We have large banking networks. I have huge banking connections because I've been in the car business for 23 years doing lending.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then I got that guy. And this guy is all about the
Mr.
community.
Bill
He is.
Keathley.
He is.
But what he's about is the community and helping members of this community, and that's what we're about to do. So it's really just a really
Well,
cool partnership.
It is, and I'm happy to be in this community. And the only reason I'm here for is this girl brought me from
So you were
Pueblo,
Trinidad.
America,
Yes.
to Trinidad, America, which I love, and it's great. So if you have a question for Kim Pacheco, we're going to keep her for a few more minutes. Call 719-846-2282. And if you need hot yoga, or better yet, buy a car at Phil Long Toyota, call Lisa.
Great
or
rates.
call service
Great rates.
department. But yeah, thank you very much. And we'll be back in about 2 and 2.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for coming on the show. We surely appreciate it.
Appreciate it. So you're going to walk off, and we're still live, so there you go. Let's talk about Bobby and Kim, because I know you were doing that, and I know we had the coal race today. Is that what we
and
did?
I would say that everybody's at the festival today.
Yeah, that's a good thing, because the weather's good.
Yeah.
Bill's beef. I do have a beef, Kim, and I want you to be here for this beef, because it is a pretty interesting beef I've got. And I'm going to just look at the camera real quick, okay? Oh, I got to do this. My beef today is short-sighted politicians, the community elders of this community. I've got a really good sentence for you. An old sales manager used to tell me, short-sighted people don't see the big picture. So for all you politicians out there, the city elders that are running the city, those who accept change will always have it in their pockets. Get a life, get a clue, do it for the community and not your ego. Bill's beef.
Well done. That was well
All
done.
right, there you go. 3 months in town and I've already got a political beef. You gotta love that.
Gotta love it.
But you gotta get involved in your community, and there's nothing gonna change the organization or the city council or the county commissioners until people give a crap about how their community is being run. The people that, when I moved to Pueblo 15 years ago, Kim, as you know, the county commissioners were elder, and they were been there entrenched in that community for a long time, and they just said the status quo is okay.
Well, they're set in their ways.
Their status quo is okay. They didn't want change. We don't want that. That might be good. We don't want that because we like the way things are going. I see the same thing in Trinidad. We have to have a reason for people to stop going down south on I-25, and we do that by having a baseball team. Oh, look at there, we got a call. You want to take a call, Kim? Here we go.
Sure.
All right, you're alive on Trigger TV. What's your name?
Taylor?
Taylor? How are you doing, Taylor?
How you doing, Taylor?
Hi, Taylor.
What's your question today, Taylor?
Who is the best baseball player?
Well, right now, I guess the best batter would be Sam DiMatteo.
Sam DiMatteo. He's batting over 400.
And then on the pitching staff, we have Tony Smith, which is leading the league, doing great. And then right below him, second in the league is Chris Tuttle.
Right, and and I was on the website. You can go to pointstreak.com and get the whole Pecos League stats. We have the 2 top pitchers in the whole Pecos League.
Before we
Here
get
is
off
Anthony
the phone.
Smith and Chris King Tuttle.
Taylor, you still there?
Yeah.
I want to know who your favorite player is.
Jacob Fabry.
Oh, Jacob
right.
Fabry.
The captain.
He's back from last year. He's a heck of a guy, and we sure love having him here. I'm going to go ahead and relay a message, Taylor, to Jacob Fabry when I see him today, and tell him that you are his favorite player. Your favorite player is Jacob Fabry. So I'll relay that message for you.
Okay.
How old are you, Taylor?
6.
6 years old. Well, there you go.
Donald.
All right, you're ready for baseball yourself. Huh?
Are you going to be at the game tonight?
Yeah?
All right, well, we'll see you there.
Good. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Hi, Bobby.
Bye.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm a celebrity with
719-846.
6-year-olds.
Okay, and right now we're going to get paid a little money to keep going on the air for a future, so we'll be back in 2 and 2.
In 1988, our dear friend Paul Newman had a vision. A place where kids with serious illnesses could just be kids.
So he founded a camp. And the joy of playing, laughing, and simply belonging had a profound effect.
Freeing the children to reach beyond their illnesses and discover new strength.
From that one camp, the Serious Fun Children's Network has grown, serving 30,000 kids globally every year.
At no cost to their families.
Please help us continue Paul's vision. Visit SeriousFunNetwork.org.